firstly, am I operating from the false self is the first question. And if you find that you are, that you're constantly sacrificing your authentic self in order not to hurt someone, in order not to disappoint someone, in order to do what other people think is right for you, and you find yourself in a life where it's like, whoa, this is my life, then go about the business of systematically talk to a therapist so you're not doing this alone, dismantling the false self. And it's a chipping away at the aspect of a person that is not living the truth. And it's so difficult. I mean, I happen to work with a number of people that, and then of course I'll see people do things like, lie, hide, cheat, tell white lies, skew the truth, because what occurs when people are operating from their false self is the lack of courage to be themselves. This sort of lying behavior starts. And when you're in the lying behavior, well, that causes a lot of shame. And that shame then creates the feeling of, I'm not really worth a lot. And then that creates a cycle of living from the false self constantly. And I just want to say that the dismantling of the false self, the tearing apart of the false self, is an arduous journey within. It's hero's work, in my opinion, I have to say. It's hero's work. It's deep work of going in and having the courage to say, no, I'm going to live this life, and people are maybe not going to like it. Or people aren't going to like me, or people are going to find me off-putting in some way, and that's painful, but there's a real muscle to be worked on, to allow yourself to have the courage to live from your authentic self culture, which I believe is the foundation of living without a sense of anxiety or shame. And sometimes, not always, it can really be the way out of depression. Now, not always, because depression can often be biochemical, but it's a combination thing, I think. You've got the biochemical piece, you've got the living authentically piece, and initially it can, by the way, I just need to say, initially it can get worse before it gets better, which is when people start to dismantle the false self, when people start to say no, when people start to disappoint people that they love, tell the truth finally, all these types of things, people suffer as they do that. So initially, I just want to say, it gets worse before it gets better, but it will get better. And so I'm asking people to really operate from their true self, knowing fully that that particular experience is very, very heroic work to find where you're